everybody. It's February. It's February 1st. It's Harry Styles' birthday. You know what that means. January is over. Usually, I would be so happy about that fact. I've hated January and February for years because I hate the winter. It's so cold and bleak and dark, and I need the sun. I am like a plant. I need to photosynthesize. I need the sun. I need the spring. I need summer. January is the absence of all of those things. However, this year has actually been one of the best Januaries I've had in a while. One could say I've tried to lock in, as the kids say, you know. I hate modern slang. I have already made tremendous progress on 2 of my biggest New Year's resolutions that I will get to soon, but I've just had a great time. I've just had a great month. I've really tried to focus on myself and put effort into every day, just making it as good as I can. And that includes what kind of media input I have into my brain, what kind of input I have into my body, working out, drinking lots of water, you know, all the basic needs of mental and physical health. But the biggest point of this video is my first point, what you intake into your mind. I feel like with the amount of media intake we have every single day, from our phones, from apps, any kind of social media app, any kind of shows or movies you watch too, books you read, music you listen to, it all has an effect on your brain and how you view your own life, how you view the world, because we all know the world kind of sucks right now. Every single day we're all focusing on our input, and today I want to flip that around and try to focus on my output. And to me, my output is creating videos like this, where I'm going to sit and talk to you about my inputs. This month I've listened to a bunch of music, read some books, watched a bunch of movies, and I'm going to tell you about some of my favorite things I've input into my brain this month, or as I like to call it, Abby's show and tell. I guess it's kind of show and tell because I'm literally gonna show you my favorite things I experienced this month and talk about it. So in addition to all of my media input into my brain, I'm also going to talk about exercise I've been doing all month and my workouts. So if you're interested in that at all, then my workout section will be last in the video. But anyway, I guess it's time to get into it. Welcome to Abby's Show and Tell, episode 1 of January 2026. Maybe this will be a monthly occurrence, or who knows. Sometimes I forget to do things and lose motivation, but that's okay. Discipline beats motivation. When you don't have motivation, do it anyway. This is me trying to fight motivation by making this video right now because I don't have motivation to do it, but I've thought about it for a week, so I'm gonna make myself do it so I don't hate myself forever. First section of Abby's Show and Tell, music. Everyone in my life who knows me and loves me knows music is my favorite thing ever. I've got my AirPods or my headphones in all the time, or my Beats pill on back there, sitting right there. I also collect vinyl records. I've got about 73 now, I believe. And speaking of vinyl records, to start off the music section, here are the 5 new records I bought in January. Under Pressure by Logic, one of my favorite albums ever. Go listen to Soul Food. Lock It by Madison Beer, the direct-to-consumer alternate cover, and the Dusty Blue pressing. Long-Term Effects of Suffering by Suicide Boys. This light green pressing, which is actually glow-in-the-dark. Brat, but it's completely different by Charlie XCX. The Brat Green pressing, I know that's right. And lastly, Living on the Bayou by Saw Creek. I have no idea what this is. It's old folk country music, but this was a choice from my best friend Brock. It was $3 and he said I need that right now, so here we are. Some excellent additions to the collection, of course. Now I want to talk about some new releases I listened to a lot in January and which ones were my favorite. Before I Forget by The Kid Laroi was a great album. If you're unaware, The Kid Laroi and Tate McRae were dating for about a year, a little over a year. Who really knows, because We don't actually know them. But they had a big public breakup, however, wrote songs about it. The Kid Laroi chose to write a whole album about it, and it was pretty good. Honestly, definitely not as good as The First Time. The First Time Deluxe is my favorite album of his by far. And another interesting fact is before he wrote this album, he had a whole other album ready to release. His fans have been begging him to release an album forever. And once his big public breakup happened, he scrapped that whole finished album and wrote this instead. I'm very glad we got this album. I'm very glad to get some insight into him and Tate's breakup because I love Tate. I love them both. But obviously, I want to know what the entire scrapped album sounded like. My favorite songs on Before I Forget are Come Down, Rather Be, Thank God. Thank God, probably the best one. The whole album is very Justin Bieber inspired too. That kind of vibe in the music, if you're interested in that. If you haven't heard the album, go listen to it. Next January release I loved a lot was Lock It by Madison Beer. This was definitely a surprise for me. I had never listened to Madison Beer much at all, didn't know anything about her. I just know she's famous for being hot and makes music sometimes. Boy, was I wrong. She is very talented. She's got an amazing voice, and this album, I love all the songs. I love every single one of them. Obviously loved it enough to order the direct-to-consumer alternate cover vinyl from her website. Yes Baby and Make You Mine were two of the first singles that came out of the album, and I was already listening to those two for a while before the album released. When the album did release, what really convinced me to listen to it was a clip of her singing Bad Enough on Jimmy Fallon's late night show. I think it was Jimmy Fallon.
It's not bad enough to let my baby go.
Her vocals, oh my god. She's an amazing singer. She's an amazing singer. Go listen to Bad Enough right now. Only thing I don't like about this album is I think the track list is in a completely wrong order. All of the songs need to be reordered. It feels like whenever you listen to the album, it feels like you're not listening to a cohesive album at all. It just feels like you're listening to some of her songs. And I hope some people out there know what I mean. One day I want to reorder the album myself, maybe do an Abby's Vinyl Hour episode about it. All of my favorite songs on Lock It are Yes Baby, For the Night, Bad Enough, You're Still Everything, Bittersweet, Complexity, Make You Mine, basically all of them. Another huge January release, Aperture by Harry Styles. Harry's back, y'all. Harry's back. This song is incredible. I literally teared up when I heard Harry's voice for the first time in years. Harry Styles making dance music he did this for me. He did this for me. I cannot believe there are Harry Styles fans out there that don't like it. Just say you hate being happy. Just say it. Aperture by Harry Styles. It is a totally new direction for him to go in. Dance music, it's kind of like house-ish. Perfect timing for me. You know what I've been listening to all month? Dance music. Dance music. But if you haven't heard Aperture, go listen to Aperture. The lyrics make no sense. You want to dance. It's amazing. Also, go watch the music video. It's hilarious. Last but not least, new release in January that I've listened to quite frequently is a new album from Louis Tomlinson, How Did I Get Here? What a time, man. What a time. Multiple One Direction members are releasing music. I think Zayn has been performing some new song live. I don't remember what it's called, but it sounds amazing. I think Niall is rumored to release something this year. And of course, rest in peace, Liam Payne. We miss you. How Did I Get Here by Louis. His voice is sounding better than ever. I love that he's come into a certain style. I feel like this album is probably just his best solo stuff so far. My favorite songs from How Did I Get Here: Lemonade, Sunflowers, Lazy, Broken Bones, Dark to Light. Other than January new releases, some other music I've been listening to quite frequently this month. Cinema by the Marias, that album is awesome. I found it for the first time a couple weeks ago and I love it. Heat EP by Tove Lo and SG Lewis. Oh my god. When I say I've been listening to dance music, this is the type of music I mean. The Provocateur by Adele, also a very cool album. Also upbeat dance club music. Love it so much. Finally Apologizing is my favorite song. Oh my god. The noise in the chorus, just listen to it in the chorus. I love that noise. I love it. I love when songs have that whatever it is. I don't care. I love it. Last, Super Lame by Inji. Another classic dance album. When I say dance music, I mean Super Lame by Inji. Go listen to that album right now. I'm also going to see her on tour in May. I look forward to it every day. That's part of what inspired my workouts. I want to be hot and in shape dancing at her concert. And it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna make it happen. Please go listen to Super Lame by Inji. My favorite track's on there. You Won't. That has the noise too. The
And it gets me off that you won't. Don't say that shit 'cause you won't.
Jeans, also a great one. Bodega, Everything Is Never Enough. All of those lyrics in that song, literally me. All right, I think that concludes the music section of Show and Tell. Which brings me to my next section of Show and Tell, books. I love to read. I used to do it all the time. I used to read about 12 or 13 books a year back in 2021, 22, 23. Lately, I've not kept up that streak. I think last year I got about 5 books, or 6 maybe. This year I'm trying to make a point to read a lot more again. I want to get through everything on my bookshelf back there. You see that? That's full. And to have another full bookshelf in the living room. So this month, I read 3 books. 3 in a month? That's pretty awesome for me. First book, The Most by Jessica Anthony. Is that her name? It is. This was my review on Goodreads. I really enjoyed it. It's 133 pages, and I read it in 2 days. What intrigued me about it is the main character being a former tennis star, but this takes place in the 1950s. Duh. I love tennis. You already know I love tennis themed things. Challenger is my favorite movie ever. I also love Carrie Soto is Back by Taylor Jenkins Reid, another fire tennis book. Her being a former tennis player kind of plays into the plot. Not really. It's kind of what the plot is. It's another like metaphor for tennis. You know how Challengers is a metaphor for tennis being a relationship. This is tennis being a conversation and kind of a relationship. It's pretty cool. The way it's written is pretty unique and a little confusing. There's not much dialogue. It's one of the books that's lots of narration. If you can get through that, if you're patient enough for it. There weren't many great reviews on Goodreads that I saw, but it's just really one of those books. You either get it or you don't. You either love it or you don't. I loved it because I get it. Because I like tennis and I love metaphors and I love good writing. I really liked it. I recommend if you're patient. But you don't even have to be patient for that long because it's only 133 pages. Anyway, next book of January, Night Bitch by Rachel Yoder. I hope that's how you say your name. This book, oh my god, I've had it for so long and I'm so glad I finally read it. Here's my review of it on Goodreads. What I said first, it's just weird enough to love it. It's absolutely true. I love weird shit. Weird movies, weird books, weird music. If you're being unique and experimenting, please give it to me. Another one with not a lot of dialogue, lots of narration, and when there is dialogue, there's no quotation marks. So it all kind of takes place like in the third person, but like for real back in the third person. Like you're not even supposed to be there. I don't know how to explain it. It's just the way it's written is super unique. Never seen anything like it before. I wonder if she does that in all of her books. I need to find more of her books. This entire thing, it's about a mom who becomes a dog. Whenever I first got it, I thought she was like a werewolf kind of thing, but that is absolutely not what it is. This entire thing is just a metaphor for motherhood and womanhood. This was made for women with rage inside of them. Maybe that's why I enjoyed it so much. But anyway, this one took me a little bit longer to read. It took about a week and a half because it's the way it's written, it's a lot to digest. But it's so good. I loved it. I know there's a movie based on it with Amy Adams. I have no desire to watch that movie. I already know it didn't do well in the first place when it came out, and after reading this, I know no movie could ever encapsulate this. If you have female rage and you consider yourself an artist, read this book. Read it. Last but not least, maybe even top, peak, if you will, Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I am also mad at myself for waiting so long to read this. Oh my god. This is the 3rd book I've read by her, and oh my god, I did not want to put it down. She is such a great author. It's a fictional story about the rise and fall of this rock band back in the 70s, loosely inspired by Fleetwood Mac and all of their drama and their breakup and everything. And the way it's written is like an interview, kind of, between all the band members and just everyone involved at the time. Another book that is just written in a way I've never seen before, and I loved it so much. This one's about 350 pages, and I read it in 4 days. I did not want to put it down. There's also a short one-season series on Amazon Prime based on this book, and unlike Night Bitch, I did want to watch this because I needed to see if it lived up to the book. I needed to see. Books do not need movies. They need series, okay? They need series. To go in depth, to go so in depth, you need hours. Not 2 hours, not 3 hours. You need like, I don't know, 15. I'm currently 3 episodes in, and I like it. You know, for an Amazon Prime original, it's pretty good. Production-wise, it's pretty good. I am not a fan of Amazon Prime originals. They are so cheap looking, and they are never, no. But for an Amazon Prime original series, it's okay so far. I haven't finished it. Once I finish it, I'll probably talk about it in my February show and tell, if I do one. So 3 episodes in, it's pretty good, it's alright. It already does not live up to this though. And my biggest complaint about it, this was written in the 70s. This is about a rock band in the 70s. They talk about all the drugs they were doing. When you make a show in 2023 and you want your target audience demographic to be, I don't know, young adults and teenagers, you can't include all the drug use. I mean, you can if you're Euphoria. You can't if you're on an Amazon Prime original. It's missing the drug use. It's missing the drug use, man. I want to know. I want to know about their feelings. This talks about their drug use. The show does not talk about their drug use. But I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about the book. Book is fire. 10 out of 10. 5 out of 5. Whatever. Please read it. All right. 3 books in a month. It's pretty great for me. I'm really going to try to keep it up because I've enjoyed reading those a lot. But that is the end of the book section of Show and Tell. Lastly, movies and TV. First, TV section, not a lot to talk about. I finished The Vampire Diaries. Finally. Back in November and December, I was craving watching it so much. I haven't watched it since high school. At the beginning of December, I started in season 4 because I wanted to watch When Elena Becomes a Vampire. So I watched 5 years of television in 2 months. Going back to my roots, I guess. I did that all the time in high school. The Vampire Diaries, I love it. It's a classic for me. It's such a classic. Seasons 4, 5, and 6 are the best. Seasons 7 and 8 are trash. It took a lot of patience to get through those final seasons over the last month. But I was determined to see it through. I was determined to finish, and I did. And now I'm finally ready. I'm finally glad to be done with it. Either way, still one of my favorite shows ever, especially season 4 and 5. Okay, thank you. Also for TV, I've loosely watched some New Girl and Arrested Development, 2 fire comedies. If you've never seen them, go watch them. Movies! These are all the movies I watched this month that I remembered, at least, that I remembered to log. I'm not going to talk about all of them, only going to highlight a few. Marty Supreme, first of all. I watched that on New Year's Day. Marty Supreme New Year's Day, Marty Supreme New Year's Day, Marty Supreme New Year's Day. Please tell me you get it. That movie was so different than I was expecting, but I loved it. It's A24, so, you know, it's gonna be weird. But once again, I love weird shit. Timothée Chalamet better win that damn Oscar. He's amazing. Also, the scene where he's getting his ass spanked by a ping pong paddle, that's his real ass. He literally said, if this ass is gonna be immortalized, I want it to be my ass. You know what? Respect. I love that. I love him so much. That's a fire movie. The score was awesome. Oh, and that is the first movie I've ever sat in the very front row for. We got to Cinemark, and of course, it's all sold out, except the front row, which, you know what? I get it. My old Cinemark days, oh my god, Wicked and Moana 2. A week from hell. But those days are over. So the only open seats for Marty Supreme on New Year's Day was the very front row, and we said, fuck it, we'll sit in the front row. So we sat and we laid, reclined all the way back. My chair doesn't recline. But the chairs in the front row at Cinemark recline back twice as much as the regular chairs do, because you're in the front row, you need to see everything. Laying in the front row looking back, the entire screen, it takes up 100% of your vision. I was in that movie and I loved it. I haven't watched it since then. That was the only time I've seen it, and I loved it. Go watch Marty Supreme. Challengers. Nothing to say about Challengers, man. It's my favorite movie ever. Favorite movie ever. I watched it like 3 times this month, I think. Kill Bill, I watched for the first time. I think I've almost seen all of Quentin Tarantino's movies now. Honestly, I enjoyed Kill Bill a lot more than I thought I would. I hate that it's split into 2, because now, I mean, I just want to watch the second one. Because duh. You want to watch the second one after you want to watch duh. But, I mean, I wish it was all into one. That movie went by so fast. It went by so fast. It's only an hour and a half, I think, or like hour and 40 minutes, which is my favorite. I can get behind a short movie. But even I thought that movie went by pretty fast. Everything I've ever heard about it was like, oh, it's so violent for no reason. It's so gory for no reason. All the blood splattering. It was not. I was expecting so much worse. I mean, the violence, duh. It's called Kill Bill. It's called Kill Bill. But all of the blood and the nastiness, it was not as bad as I was expecting at all. Lastly, one battle after another. This movie was awesome. I already want to watch it again. Some parts of it were so funny, and some parts of it were so real to our society, and it's scary. But it's fine. Leo DiCaprio did great. I love his character. I love Bob so much, and I love Sensei. I am Sensei.
Sensei, please.
Courage, Bob. Courage.
Thank you, Sensei. Thank you. God damn it! Viva la revolution!
Another fire movie. Go watch it if you haven't. That's a long one. That one's almost 3 hours, but it's great. And I think that concludes movies and TV section of Show and Tell. Yay! So, like I said, I've had lots of great media input into my brain this month. And now I get to output. I get to release my thoughts and share them with the world and recommend my favorite things. Other than that, I'll just talk about a little life update, I guess. Oh, and my workouts. So, 2 of my biggest New Year's resolutions I said I've been making tremendous progress on already are making more money and getting my body back into shape, working out. And I'm happy to report I've already done great at both of them. First, I got another part-time job at a tennis club where I get to bartend and run the front desk, and it's been pretty fun. I also get a free membership so I can go to the gym whenever I want. And it also means I've been playing tennis more, which is great for my body, great for my mind. I love sport. I miss being an athlete so much. But now I'm about to start playing tennis again pretty regularly, so that's fun. And another job update, I finally got a full-time job. I'm using my degree, baby. 2 years post-grad of college, I have a full-time job in the field that I studied for 3 years. It's at the same news station I work at already part-time. I'm gonna get to travel around the city and shoot commercials and edit commercials. I think I'll be good at it, and I really hope it's gonna be fun. And most importantly, I'm very excited to get paid more. So, resolution number 1, make more money. I'm already accomplishing it, baby. It feels nice. Resolution number 2, getting my body back in shape. Tennis, also helping with that. And my biggest source of exercise this whole month has been this app called FitOn. Love it so much. I actually had it back in COVID in 2020, and I tried to do some like stretching videos on there then. Clearly that did not stick. But I have it again now, and I've been using it every single day. There are hundreds of workout videos. There's stretching, yoga, Pilates, working out. There's videos for like every kind of muscle. Back, arms, legs, abs, neck. I do neck stretches every day. In the mornings, I do neck stretch and lazy morning stretcher every single day since January 4th or 5th, I think. I've done those every single morning when I wake up. And it's to the point now, I know the routine. I mean, there's sometimes I don't even put the video on, I just do it. Every night, I do the nighttime yoga. Same for that. Sometimes I don't even put the video on because I just know what to do now. Doing that right before bed, it just relaxes my body so much. It makes my bed comfier when I lay down, makes it easier to fall asleep. Highly recommend to everybody. Everybody who makes it this far in this video, first of all, thanks for making it this far and watching it. And second of all, do some nighttime yoga because it'll help you sleep better. And the full body stretch one, I do like every few days, I guess. I've also tried to go on walks every day again, except this last week and a half when it's been 2 degrees. That's not an exaggeration. Can't walk outside, but I have an indoor walking pad now. It's basically a treadmill, but just on the floor. If I had watched 2 episodes of The Vampire Diaries and walked through them, Genius. Absolute genius. But I've also been keeping a tally of how many miles I've walked inside and outside in the whole month in my notes app, and I guess the total is... I don't know, I haven't done the total yet, but last I have this night routine I've done almost every night, have skipped a couple of nights of that. When I started, I would start with 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, plank for a minute, knees to elbows, cross-body and side body, 50 of those each, and 10 squats. Now, a month later, I've improved at all of those. I don't even go by the numbers anymore. I just do as much as I can. I can say every day it gets easier. Every day it gets easier, and that's a great feeling. But anyway, that's my workout routine that I've been doing. And once I do get into the routine of my full-time job, I'm gonna try to go work out with the actual machines and the treadmill every day after work, or at least most days. So yeah, that's everything I've been doing in January. So I guess this concludes Show and Tell. I hope you enjoyed hearing about all of my interests, all of my inputs, all of my January inputs. My music, my books, my cinema, my workouts. Does workout count as input? I don't think so. That's output. That's your body outputting energy and calories, I guess. But it has felt really nice, for real, to work out just after a month and keep it consistent. When I said earlier, discipline beats motivation, that is so true for working out. My stretching videos, I don't want to do that every single day, but it's helping me. It's helping my hips and my joints because I am not flexible in the slightest. But I can touch the ground now. When I bend over, I can touch the ground, and that is a huge accomplishment for me. I feel better and better every single day, and that's all you can ask for. I hope I've inspired you to read a book or watch a movie, listen to a new album, or go on a walk or something. Go on a walk today, or just get up and move your body. Stretch for 5 minutes. Literally all it takes is 5 minutes. You'll feel better. I promise. After the 5 minutes, you'll feel so much better. But anyway, it's like I said, it's been a good month. It's been probably the best January. This January hasn't sucked. It hasn't sucked. There have been a few days that have sucked. My car was frozen to the ground under about 4 inches of ice and snow. But that's over. That's over. My car is free. There's still snow on the ground, but it'll melt. It'll melt. Everything is temporary. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please take my recommendations. Go watch some new movies. Go read some new books. Go listen to some new music. And if you do like any of my recommendations, then let me know, because I love to know when people actually do take my recommendations. Gives me a superiority complex, alright? What can I say? I like to know that I'm cool and have good taste. Tell me I have good taste. Alright, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. And remember, future Abby editing this, remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. You're literally just talking about things you love. You're literally just talking about things you love, and you get to share them with people. So it's meant to be fun. It doesn't have to be perfect, and that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. All right.